This is a Class 2 over the 1,200 metres, and the field is headed by Trillion Win. Both him and Blaze Warrior dropping in class, running behind Duke Y last time out, finished 4th and 3rd respectively. Voyage Warrior coming off a good run at Happy Valley, finished 3rd there. Grateful Heart down in class as well. Lucky Moore was down the field after a long break last time out behind Classic Unicorn. Lucky Swayness, what a season he's had, won 4 of 6 so far. Zach Purton jumps on board, Rewarding Together. 5th to Family Folks, that was at Happy Valley last time out as well. Be Ready up in class with last start win. Jumbo Fortune comes up in class as well. And Season a Moment, well, he's a 3-time winner this season, but over the 1,200 at Happy Valley, and Zarson with the gear change, the blinkers going back on there. Ricky Yu and Wagner Borges will be in the saddle. So speed-wise for this one, Mark, it looks like they probably settled down in a 2x2 formation here, don't they?
And it looks that way, with Lucky Moore having a much better run than what he had first up at Happy Valley from barrier number 11. He gets across and leads. Trillion Win has pace. He can come over and sit outside of him. Lucky Swayness also has speed and can get that tactical speed from barrier 10. Work over with Trillion Win, who's drawn 12. Lucky Swayness 10, so they can come across. Rewarding Together, we know Blaze Warrior likes to go back, Nick.
We certainly do, yeah. He'll be doing all his best work late. Did so last time, of course, and a few that will probably find themselves out the back. Master Delight and Seizing the Moment, the John Size pair there, they look to get back in what looks to be a decent sort of pace. OK, all right. So we'll see how that all pans out, and we'll have a look at a couple of the races as well in a moment. We'll start off, though, with Frankie Law having a chat to Nick about his 2 runners in the race.
Frankie, race 10 on Saturday, our penultimate race of the season. You've got a couple of runners in the race, Rewarding Together and also Be Ready. If we can start with Rewarding Together, he's back to Sha Tin. Is that a positive for him?
Yeah, you can see he raced once in Sha Tin, finished second, still really good.
Matthew Chadwick's got a very good record on the horse. Just on his run last time, that was at Happy Valley, he was 5th. I mean, he wasn't disgraced in what was a competitive race.
Yeah, last time he got a outside jaw, and then the turn, I think he's 5 or 6 wide, and he still finished good, and so that's why I still have raised plan for him. So just raise him tomorrow.
Obviously, with him, he's a horse who's climbing up through the grades. Do you think he is this sort of grade going forward into next season?
I think so. He looks. We always said this horse is a little bit big, fat horse, and he looks still can improve. So I hope next season the horse still can improve, and then he can win in Class 2. Yeah.
You've also got Be Ready in the race. He was a winner last time on yielding ground at the Valley, going up in grade though.
Yeah, but this horse usually he's 2 wins in Happy Valley, but this time I just bring back to Sha Tin. He raced in Sha Tin before, but he still can okay in Sha Tin. Yeah.
A little bit less weight to carry as well. He's got 12 pounds less on his back. That's obviously got to be a key component as well.
Yeah, you know, he's usually carry lightweight to be better.
and just on the draw as well, I mean, he's in 4. I guess that's always a positive and not a negative.
Yeah, positive. It's more easy for him. He can jump and then maybe 3rd, 4th.
All right, interesting that both those horses, they're winning forms at Happy Valley as opposed to Sha Tin, but Frankie not concerned about that at all. As we have a look, Mark, before we have a look at some of the replays here at Frankie Law and John Size, 6 between them as we come into the final meeting, 11 races to go.
12 runners in each. John has horses in 8 races, so he needs to win at least 7 of them. Nick, and hope Frankie wins none. It'd take a miracle for John Size to win this.
It would, yeah. Look, it's a huge ask, and look, we wish them both well, and it's been great fun watching them all season, but Frankie looks to have it half sewn up now.
All right. John's been in this situation a couple of times before, comes down to the final day, and he's pulled it out of the bag, but maybe not with so much ground to make up on his rival. Let's have a look at this Lucky Swayness again, Mark. Here he is down on the inside. This is Happy Valley, of course, switching back to Sha Tin, where he has won before, but over the 1,400 metres. The other horse is Voyage Warrior finishing 3rd, Rewarding Together finishing in 5th, and Seizing the Moment right out wide. He eventually finishes in 9th spot.
He's having his first run over 1,200 metres at Sha Tin, is Seizing the Moment. Lucky Swayness, just a 3-year-old, busy-ish sort of season for him, having his 7th start on Saturday afternoon. He's won 4, stretched out to 1,400. 1,200 is ideal. He was up against the fence this night. Nick always had a bit of time for Rewarding Together too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't think the run of Voyage Warrior was too bad in defeat as well.
But that's a record for Lucky Suede, as you say, Mark. Big season for him, but 3 from 5 at Happy Valley, 1 out of 1 at Sha Tin.
Yeah, man for a man's had him ticking over from his debut, and Zach gets on well with the horse. He should go a pretty solid race again. He carries an extra 4 pounds.
All right, rainy day here, Nick, at Sha Tin. Blaze Warrior outright, finishing in 3rd place. Trillion Wind down the middle, finishes 4th, and Grateful Heart out the back. This is behind Duke Y this day.
It was, yeah, good race this, and you know, certainly impressed by Blaze Warrior's performance. I mean, we know that he does handle a softer track underfoot, and I thought he's closed off quite nicely here. He would be the one that I'd certainly take out of the race here, Mark.
Yeah, me too, Nick. Trillion Win, don't mind him as a racehorse, but barrier number 12 with 11 extra pounds is going to make it a bit difficult for him. He's up in weight too, Blaze Warrior, but if they do scoot along like the speed map suggests, he's going to be running on sharply at the end. Gets a little weight allowance too for Jerry Chow, so carries 131.
All right, what about Jumbo Fortune, Mark? I think he's shown us plenty that he's more than capable. Still a maiden though in Hong Kong after 5, I think it is.
He is, and makes his first appearance in Class 2. He was beaten a neck here behind 8 trigrams, so he does strike a much harder field this week. A ninth 2 starts ago behind Alcari. But from barrier number 1, Nick, Joe Moreira Casper Founds, he's going to get a great trip.
Yeah, he hasn't been with Casper all that long as well, so he's clearly got him going nicely. Up in grade's going to be a bit tougher, but he carries a lightweight for that, and there was certainly plenty to like about this run, closing off strongly. So he's a player.
There's 8 trigrams winning that race on that day. All right, is this going to be the icing on the cake or the cherry on top for Lucky Sweyness this season, Nick?
Possibly. I think he's certainly got every chance for sure, and look, he's a very nice horse, isn't he? So he'll go on top for me here. He's come a long way in a short space of time. Blaze Warrior in for 2nd, ahead of Voyage Warrior and Jumbo Fortune, 6-2, 3-10.
Same top 2, Lucky Sweyness on top to beat the 2-horse Blaze Warrior. Got Rewarding Together in for 3rd, and Jumbo Fortune, who'll get that great run. 6, 2, 7 and 10.
Lucky Sweyness for me as well. I think Trillion Win can run a big race